So tomorrow we're starting 75 hard again.
Yes, we are.
How you feeling about it?
I feel good about it. I feel excited. I'm excited to do it with my family. I was really excited that baby girl was the one who said she wanted to do it. And I'm like, you want to do 75 hard at 15? What?
Makes no sense.
It makes no sense. But I'm like, if you want to do it, I'm down. Like, let's just all do it together. So it was like a proud parent moment where like your child is intentionally seeking out productive, challenging things to make herself better. So I'm like, yes, this is my kid.
Yeah, I thought it was super dope that she even had the desire to do something like that.
Yes, absolutely.
And I know that she's asked us, to give her different challenges and different things like that many times before, and she always kills them. But to do this, I thought it was like, you want for what? You know what I mean? And not for what, literally, because we know what it's ultimately for. In the pursuit of becoming better, building up that mental resilience and toughness and all of that stuff. But for her to want that for herself, for her own little reasons, thought that was super dope.
Absolutely.
So, man, like you said, we can't let her do it by herself. So to get into the fight with her and to do it again is crazy.
Yeah. Hopefully everyone finishes.
I'm be sneak this. I'm be doing all
I was just saying, some of us finished. Well,
anyway, so
one of us finished, while the other did not.
Okay, expand on that. Go for it.
No,
the floor is yours because you really want to get that out.
That was it.
You can do
I just hope you finish.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, like you said before, no. Like you said before, you have a deeper meaning for it now. Like before, you were just supporting me through it. So you didn't have your own reasoning behind doing 75 hard, but I did. So you supported me the best that you could, and that's fine. Like you did what you were supposed to do for me. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm excited for you to do this with your own meaning behind it. I mean, I'm gonna talk shit because that's what we do. Don't play like you don't talk shit about me. Like, y'all, don't be deceived.
I just wanted you to go ahead and get that out.
No, because you make it seem like we don't be roasting each other. We roast each other all the time. So stop it.
Anyway, so yeah, I didn't finish the first time, literally and technically, because I end up missing the progress pick 41 days in. And like you said, like I didn't have as deep of a connection to the challenge last time.
Yeah.
And it's like when we was talking to baby girl, I was like, bro, this challenge, it is tough. And it's tough not because of the tasks themselves, but because when you realize that the enemy really is yourself, it gets way more difficult. Because when we were talking to baby girl about it, I was just kind of playing back the challenge in my own mind. And I'm like, man, right around day 21-ish, as soon as you cross that threshold of 20, them conversations with yourself start getting real loud. They start getting louder and louder. You start finding those real good reasons to quit, those real good reasons, to just be like, all right, this is dumb. I got out of it everything that I wanted, all of that stuff or whatever. Like you just start finding these real seemingly logical reasons to just be done with it. And so like I was telling her, you gotta have to find your own meaningful reasons to continue to do the challenge, because all of those things are going to come up, and you're going to realize how impactful your own thoughts and your own voice in your head really is when it's finding so many seemingly good reasons to tell you to quit. And I didn't have it the first go around. Like I wanted to become better, but I didn't know in what direction I was going in the pursuit of me becoming better. And I was still trying to find some direction. Like I remember that was right around the time to where I was starting to get comfortable with the idea of getting out of one of my businesses at the time. Because a few months after, me failing, I went blank. Like I didn't have nothing. And that happened in the middle of the challenge. And that was shortly before we actually started the podcast. And so I was in a real lost space because I know I was feeling like, bro, what do I have?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what am I, like, what's next? Like, I hate what I'm doing right now. I want to become better. I don't know where I'm really going. And so that definitely played a huge role in it.
Yeah.
But now with this go around and knowing exactly what I'm working towards, what we're working towards, who we want to become, knowing exactly what we want our next 3 to 5 years to look like and who we need to become in the pursuit of that, building our business and our brand and different things. Like now having so much clarity, there's meaning to put behind why this matters. And that is a game changer for me.
That's good. And that's why I'm excited for you to do it this go around.
I had to bring that full circle for everybody too. That
Yeah,
didn't know
of course.
that.
Yeah, I went. Yeah.
But yeah, so we said it last time, it's personal. But this time it really is way more personal than before. And we're bringing a whole new level of meaning and focus to the table this time. And I think it was huge for you the last time.
It was huge for me. I know how you were talking about how you come up with excuses and reasons to why you need to stop or why it makes sense to stop the challenge, and you got everything out of it and all of that. But I was already at a point of being sick of my own excuses, even when they made sense. Because it didn't matter how valid my excuses actually were. It's the fact that they still weren't getting me in the direction that I wanted to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So even when I had excuses per se during the challenge, it wasn't a big enough excuse for me to stop because I knew where my excuses led me last time, even if it made sense. And it led me to a place that I did not want to be. So I was okay with totally dismissing all of that stuff. So I think like for me, like I know we started with like 20 people, but for me, it really was personal. Like I was sick of my shit. Like I was done with myself and I needed to do something super drastic for me to change. And that was doing something hard, like 75 hard and pushing myself. So yeah, my reason behind it was completely like changing who I was. So I could be better for myself and for my family and for the direction that we're going into now. Right. So for me to do this challenge now, while I'm up, is going to be different. And I'm excited to see who I become on the other side. And when I say up, I mean like we're, in a positive flow right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Life is good.
Life is good. And just doing that along with our fast that we're doing, it's like, dang, like I'm excited to see what it looks like on the other side because we've never done it this way before. You know?
I think it's really interesting being in a position now to where we're inviting in the challenges and the difficulties when we don't have to. Like all of the times before when we've done big challenges and we've done all of these things, we were running away from something. We were running away from ourselves. We were running away from difficulties that we were going through at the time, trying to have some type of mental or spiritual breakthrough or whatever the case may be. We were trying to get away from whatever we were in. And now it's more so of we're trying to invite the hard things on purpose, preparing us for where we know we're going.
Yes.
And that's completely different. It's like, nah, we could, just kind of coast to this season, or we can invite in difficulty on purpose to better prepare us for the pressures, the mindsets that we need in the future to build the confidence, the resilience, whatever it is that we need while we're up in preparation for that quantum leap that we're working toward. And so
that we're in.
Yeah, that we're already in, and about to accelerate even further through. So I think that that's super dope to be in that position because, man, we done been through a lot the last 5 years. We done been through a lot, like a lot. Like more than we could talk about in one episode. Like we done been through a lot in the last 5 years, which is when we really started inviting in so many different types of challenges and different things, from fitness to spiritual to our mindsets.
and challenges that would propel us to the direction that we wanted to go. We wasn't just inviting hard shit just to do hard shit.
Yeah, we were trying to just beat ourselves.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because when you say challenges, you can think of it like people can think of it in a negative light. So I want to make sure that we are saying no. It was productive challenges so we could propel ourselves in the direction that we want to go, and that's what's important. Yeah. Because we go through challenges all the time. Like some of them are just consequences. You know what I'm saying? Literally. So no, productive challenges.
Yeah. So. Intentionally designed challenges in order to help us produce a result we were looking for.
Come on, definition.
So when we say challenge, that's what we mean.
Yes. Okay.
We intentionally constructed it.
You're annoying.
For an outcome.
That we desired.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
there we go.
But anyway, so this is like the first time we've been able to go into something difficult. And like always, we already have found a way to make it more difficult, but I'm looking forward to really seeing who we become on the other side of this as we're moving towards, our 3 and our 5 year vision of who we ultimately want to become, because now our reasons are so much greater. And I think it's dope the fact that we've been able to conquer so many different things over this past year, 2 years, that we've made so many great strides, like in our family. We've all become completely new people over the past 12 months, especially over the past 7 months. I know, man, I don't remember what episode it was, but I remember the jump from December to March was catastrophic. Like in our own personal mindsets and what we thought about ourselves and our family.
Yes.
Just December to March.
Right.
We were already hyper, like next level different came April. Just in how we operated in our mindsets and different things like that. But now, having worked through all of those things and being in this particular space to where we can propel ourselves, through yet another intentional challenge that we've decided to walk into, ultimately looking to obtain a desired outcome. Since you want to be ultra specific about it.
No, we have to.
I know you're right, because people will come up with their own meanings for stuff.
Yeah.
But now I think it's dope, man, because we really get to go into something really looking to go to war for the right reasons, not running away from nothing, not trying to face our demons or anything like that before. It's just like, nah, we got some momentum. We need to enhance the momentum, bring in some other challenges for us, some more difficult situations and stuff for us to continue to build ourselves up for where we're going, and doing it on purpose rather than letting life happen and it doing it for us. So it's like, all right, how can we manufacture that ourselves to get us ready? So
yeah,
that's dope to me.
Big dope.
So who do you want to become on the other side of this?
I feel like you've asked me this so many times, not about 75 Hard, but just in general. Who do I want to become on the other side? I feel like I answered this, but I'm going to just say it again. Solidifying who I am now. Being the confident person that I am now. Being who I say I am. Showing up as her every single day in every room. Letting my baby see me be my full self and not just see me as mom or as a wife. No, she sees me as a person, as a Doria, yeah, and just being solid in who I am. Yeah, that's really it.
That's dope.
Yeah, and just riding the wave of that, seeing how this version of me will tackle 75 Hard. And I'm okay with not really knowing what I'll look like after the 75 days, but knowing what I look like now, like I have no choice but to be better.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I hope that makes sense, but that's really where I'm at with it.
It ain't even about it making sense. It's about it being true for you.
No, if it makes sense for you to understand.
Nah, I understand.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
I understand for sure.
Yeah. What about you?
I really want to further solidify my character and character traits.
Okay.
I want to have another level of focus. I want to enhance my ability to work through pressure because I got a lot of deadlines and things that I'm working toward, and the challenge is going to add another level of complexity in that. And I want to be able to navigate that stuff and still get it done.
Right.
Focus, like obsession on, our goals and getting those things done. Sharing more, teaching more, giving more value to people, like really stepping it up as a creator, like hyper focus and like diligence in spite of the circumstances. Like I want to develop the character even more so that allows me to do that, like to invite pressure into my life and still be able to perform at a high level. So, and I don't know what all that's going to make me in as a person, but I want to invite that in, know what I'm working towards, and see how that changes me as a husband, as a father, as a leader, as a creator, and all of those ways, knowing that I'm doing it with the intent to be better in those areas. So focus, having a stronger character, a stronger sense of who I am, and really willing this vision for what we want, One Dope Couple to be, what we want our book launch, our book release and launch, all of that, what we want that to be, and building that out. And yeah, man, just becoming that higher level performer that I know I can be. I want to be able to perform at a higher level under pressure.
I like that.
In all the areas that matter to me.
I like that a lot. I know something I was telling you in the car yesterday. I'm like, all I want to focus on is what we got going. Everything that's meaningful to me, that's the only thing I want to focus on right now. I want to focus on my family. I want to focus on our mission, on our collective mission, on our individual missions. Like that's what all I want to focus on right now. Like, yeah, we have, certain things planned, like fun stuff planned, like that's cool. But outside of that, I just want to focus on what we're trying to build. I really, really do, because we have so much momentum right now. And I just want to lean into that because we've let our feet off the gas before, and it kind of halted us in a sense too. So I want to make sure we're just leaning into that momentum together.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happens with a lot of people. They'll have like momentum in a certain area, and then they're like, okay, well, I've made it this far. I can like chill a little bit. I see it a lot in fitness. A lot in fitness. Like where some people they'll be on a good wave, like they're losing weight, they're going to the gym, they're eating healthy, and then they're like, well, I can stop for a little bit because I've made this much progress. And then next thing you know, they've gained all the weight back. They've stopped going to the gym completely. Like, you know what I'm saying? It makes them completely fall off.
Yo, let's, bringing that into our own reality and how we've lived through that. I remember right before our 10-year anniversary, we had so much freaking momentum.
We did. That's the first thing I was thinking about when
I'm talking about we was at a high. Like we was at a high. Like we was charging. And the everything that we had going on at the time, and we was running, content was popping, fitness goals, we was crushing it, all of that stuff. It took us a smooth 3 months to bounce back. And we took about a week off?
It was a week.
And then it took like another week trying to reset and like catch back up or whatever. We had momentum for months. Had 1 week hit, and it took us almost 3-ish odd months while dealing with life in order to get momentum back.
Yes.
And to really get into it, April. Yeah, April time frame. So it's like we really just catching our momentum back another 2 months or so ago, 3 months ago, from losing the momentum that we got pre-December. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is the difference it can make. Like, you can hop out of your flow, and it can take so long to get that back. And so now we like, nah,
and it wasn't
man.
even like, when you think about it, it wasn't even a week, because like we went to Tulum for our anniversary. We came back, and then it was time to get ready for the holidays. So then it was like, okay, the holidays came around, family's around. It's like, well, I guess we'll wait till January, you know? Yeah. So trying to get our footing back in January, yeah, it took us a minute to really get into our flow again. So that's why, like, when I say, like, no, we need to ride this momentum, because we know exactly what it looks like to fall off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's super hard to get that back. And so even in going through this, I think it's been dope that we've already been planning for, like, all right, this is how we're going to handle Thanksgiving when it comes. What's the expectations around our anniversary when that comes up this year? What do we actually want to do with Christmas vacation and all of that stuff, whatever. And planning on how we're going to address those time periods when they come. What's the most important? Getting closer to it, to be able to analyze what do we have going on, where we are right now, what can we give ourselves the space and opportunity to do, but how can we do that tactfully, and just being prepared to not be thrown off.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be something major that'll work in our favor, you know, going into this season of hyper focus and excelling through that momentum that we have.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, like we've said before, like, our biggest goal is to make an impact. And like, sometimes you got to step back from certain things so you can propel yourself forward.
Yeah.
You need to stay in that, you know, focus bubble. Well, for us, we need to stay in that focus bubble and ride that wave out, ride that momentum, because we want to change lives and we want to change our life, you know, and that's what's important right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it, man. Like,
and of course, our family. Like, let's not, our kids, of course. Yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing who we all become through this journey, and especially baby girl, man, because that thing there is a force to be reckoned with. She anyway. Is. So I don't know what 15-year-old and they, you know, conscious own little minds would want to be able to do this, but I think it's so dope that she's inviting challenges into her life, you know, and doing hard stuff on purpose with the intent to get better. Yeah. I think it's dope that she has that mindset, and I'm super looking forward to supporting her through it and giving her that feedback and that guidance and stuff like that through it. And just seeing what, like, I feel like our family is going to be on a whole new level.
I know it.
After we go through this thing together. And knowing that we all got each other, we do our family meetings, we talk about it, we'll be able to address anything that comes up or tries to show up. Like, we got us. And I'm looking forward to I just can't even imagine, like, who would the Trones become?
Who will the Trones be?
Who will we become on the other side of this difficulty that we're inviting in to help us become better? I'm excited.
Me too. Because I think about, like, how dope we are right now. And, like, all we've overcome to be where we are right now, and be so proud of who we all are right now. And it's like, dang, like, can't even imagine. Like, I can imagine it being better, but then I can't.
Yeah.
It's like, because this is dope right here, where we are, you know?
I love it. And man, before we close this out, just looking at it like this, for those of you who might be watching, this is something that we regularly do. Like, we find a way to challenge ourselves every year, sometimes multiple times. Yeah. And it's been a consistent thing that we've done in our marriage forever, pretty much. You know what I mean? And people always ask, about doing stuff like keeping the spark and avoid growing apart and all of those different things. But we're always finding these interesting ways to be able to keep each other included, to keep pushing each other, forward, giving each other opportunities to show up in difficulties that we invite into our own lives, to help each other, to be able to be that guidance, that assistance, whatever the case may be. And things like that actually do deepen the love. Like it strengthens the connection. It allows us to be able to grow and see each other in a different light. Like it opens up opportunities for all of these things. And it ain't always got to be a 75 hard challenge or some other crazy hard, difficult thing or whatever. But it's finding those opportunities that allow us to be able to face something together that we can ultimately use to be able to propel us forward personally, together, in our marriage, in our household, and to just be able to also have stories to tell about how we excel through those things together, give each other feedback, and just love on each other through the process. Because with challenges come natural difficulty that allow us to be able to take those opportunities to show up for each other, and you just continue the freaking cycle.
Yeah.
And we do that all the time, and we always have. So again, it's not about just the challenge itself, but finding ways for us to be able to solidify our connection, to be able to deepen it yet again, to go into something knowing that we're looking to get something back and out of it on our own terms, deepening the love in our relationship, and just being in this thing together. So we do that on purpose.
Yeah.
Literally on purpose.
Absolutely.
And we don't have to wait for life to start life in order to do that.
Right.
So.
And we don't need a entourage with us to do it either.
Nah. We don't need a whole bunch of people amening us and doing a whole bunch of other stuff. You can join a party if you want to. You don't have to.
Right.
We doing whatever we're going to do anyway, because at the end of the day, it's going to be our family and then the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely.
Just something to think about, man.
That's good, baby.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you.
We hope that you guys got value out of this. And until next time, family, my name is John Tron. This is my beautiful queen.
Adoria.
We are one dope couple. And, like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace and love.